Yeah, Greensboro is such a great host of our tournament, do an unbelievable job of really promoting and making it special for our student athletes. So we're excited to get back over there, and our league is so balanced. There's so many great teams this year that I think it's wide open, and it'll be interesting to see who can get hot, I guess.
Thanks, Coach. We'll kick off questioning now. If you have a question, please use the raise hand function at the bottom of the screen. We'll start with Rob McLam.
Yeah, Wes, obviously it behooves a team to get the double bye if you want to win the ACC tournament. But when you get that double bye, you know that when Friday comes around, you're going to play a good team. You can't.
Yeah. Double-edged sword.
Right. So my question to you, sir, is kind of twofold. I mean, how much does it, how much of a benefit is it and how hard is it to prepare for that situation on Friday? And God forbid, if you lose, do you think your team has done enough to earn hosting privileges in the NCAA tournament?
Well, I think if you look at the entire body of work, yes. I mean, we've played a great schedule. Our net is really strong. And we've had some big wins. I think are we 7-2 against ranked teams? To me, that's a pretty good resume. So I would hope that that would be enough. But at the same time, we're going over there hoping to, stick around a while and try to make a run. So got to focus on, that first game and preparing your team. Obviously, you don't know who you're playing for sure yet. So you got to, try to focus on your team the next couple of days and play well there. So, but yeah, it's like you said, it is a double-edged sword. You love having. I think if you want to win the whole thing, win the tournament, I think having the double bye is obviously a very, very critical. But at the same time, the tough part is the other teams already played the game. They've kind of got their, jitters out of the way, and they're comfortable in the venue and all that. And now here you are having to kind of knock the rust off and get used to where you're playing. So, but definitely, you prefer I'm not going to lie. You prefer the double bye for sure, no matter what. But I do think the other team maybe has an advantage, especially in the first half of the game. So, but yeah, hopefully our resume for the entire body of work is pretty good as well.
Okay, we'll take a question now from Mitchell Northam.
Hey, Coach. Saw yesterday that Madison Hayes says she's going to come back for a fifth season. It seems like she's been really important to your team's success this year. Rebounding, shoots threes, kind of does everything. So I guess I'll just ask you, how important has she been, and how excited are you to coach her for another year?
Yeah, definitely. Madison's someone I've known about a long time ago because she was in the Chattanooga area growing up and playing high school. And I obviously was in the Chattanooga area for 15 years. So known her family. And, we're excited. As you mentioned, I consider Madison kind of a glue player. She does so many things for us defensively, rebounding, shooting the three, as you mentioned. And just the effort. I mean, she's going to give you all she's got. She's going to try to do what you're asking. And it's always good to have players like that around and to be leaders by example. So definitely, now we're trying to figure out, is there any way we can maybe dye River Baldwin and Mimi's hair and maybe get another year out of them. If we got any ideas, let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know if any ideas come to mind. And then second question I was just going to ask, you have, Madison and Isaiah and maybe one or two others. They were on the team, the one, your third ACC title in a row back in 2022. Does that kind of, I guess their experience of having played that many, games in a row and winning it all, does that help you at all going into this?
Yeah, I think so. And of course, this team, we played in the Virgin Islands over Thanksgiving, played 3 games in 3 days and played some good competition there. Not, 3 days of ACC play is definitely a big challenge, but at least we've gone through it. We kind of know the routine, and that's what I've sold them on also. We know as a program how to get it done in Greensboro. But you're right. It's a lot of new people, a lot of new, pieces, so to speak. But at least we know the formula and know how we want to approach it and can go over there with some confidence.
Thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to Ethan McDowell.
And coach, kind of going off of that, you have a few freshmen who are going to come in and get their first taste of postseason basketball. What are you kind of stressing this week to prepare them for that stage?
Well, we're off today, so we hadn't really, discussed anything a whole lot yet. But I don't know that things change a whole lot. I mean, yes, the intensity maybe is ramped up, and the urgency is a little bit higher. But at the same time, it's still you got to do what you do, and you got to do it really well. And so again, I think you focus on. I know this is boring coach talk, but you focus on the process and preparation and try to clean up some things and then get over there and like I said, hopefully you can get off to a good start and get some confidence and feel good and get on a roll. I mean, that's what it's about this time of year for sure.
We'll go to Ernie Myers.
I'm sure Coach don't really going to hear from me all the time, but I got my hand raised. Coach, yeah, he stole my question in regards to um, Zoe Brooks and and getting her prepared for the tournament and what it means, to be, because she plays a lot as a freshman and just talk about her play down the stretch of the year, because at one time I thought she may have hit the freshman wall, but the last two games she's played well.
Yeah.
Defensively and offensively.
Yeah, I think the more experience you get, the better, and I'll include, Maddie Cox and Lacey Steele in that. We're going over there. Obviously, your goal is to play 3 games in 3 days. So you're going to need some other people to step up and give us some quality minutes when they get the opportunity. But yeah, Zoe, I think maybe her energy, her urgency on defense has gotten better. I know it was really good against Syracuse when she was trying to stick with fair a little bit. And again, when you're playing somebody like that, it's a team effort. Everybody's got to help. But I did think her energy, I think just the challenge of trying to guard somebody that great of a player really helped her. But again, it is different. You walk over there in a tournament, but most of these players have been in, even the freshmen have been in some high profile situations. I know Lacey and Maddie, their travel team, won a couple of big tournaments like Boo Williams and up in Iowa and things like that, where they had championship games. So even though I understand it's definitely a bigger stage, but hopefully they're used to that a little bit, and I expect them to respond well and play well.
And our last question will come from JB Ricks.
Hey, Coach Moore, appreciate you taking out the time. You brought up the 7 wins that you guys have against top 25 competition, and I kind of got a 2-part question in regards to what do you think about the level of competition the ACC is bringing into the month of March, and the second part of that question is, if you guys or Virginia Tech even come away with this ACC tournament championship, is there still the potential for you guys to get a 1 seed in the national tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I think we'd have to, go over there and really get on a roll and be impressive. Obviously, Virginia Tech right now is, a notch ahead of us in the seeding and that sort of thing. I'll be honest, I'm not really concerned about that. I'd, love to be a number 2 seed would be great. But just, again, the important thing is have the opportunity to host the first and second round is really, really big. And so I'm not too worried about or concerned about whether we're a 2 or a 3 or whatever. Just try to go over there and, like I said, play well, get some momentum going as we get into the postseason play. It's a whole new year. You can erase the board and start over, so to speak. So again, more concerned about how we're playing and how we do on the court than I am all the other outside stuff.
And your thoughts on the level of competition the
Oh
ACC
yeah, my
compares
bad.
to
Yeah,
other.
unbelievable. Hey, we we were undefeated in the non-conference and we played some really good people. But we hit a couple of speed bumps in the ACC, and I just think there's so much talent, and especially when you're on the road. I look at it. We've lost 5 games this year, and right now it's projected that all 5 of those teams will be in the NCAA tournament. So it's tough, and we won a lot of close games too. I think we won 3 games in overtime. So that's why I think it is wide open in Greensboro. If I'm a basketball fan, I would love this tournament because I think there's going to be what some people would call upsets, but to me, nothing would surprise me because you can go all up and down the standings, and you can make an argument for a whole lot of teams on how they could get hot and get on a roll.